Hi, this is Rob Swanson, and I want to share with you something that's absolutely changed my life. I'm associated with a company called Liberty League International. They're out of Scottsdale, Arizona, privately held, debt-free company. The leaders, one of the leaders in the field of personal development. And the cool thing about that is it's an exploding industry right now. It's well over $12 billion, and there's no stopping the growth. And I've been with them for about a year, and I was in the corporate world previous to it. I was vice president of customer service and sales for a large company out of California, and for the third time in my career I got laid off over a year ago, and that was due to corporate buyouts, no fault of my own, but we got thrown out because we were on the wrong side of that deal. So now I'm psychologically unemployable. I'm through with the corporate world, and what I found here with Liberty League has given me everything I need to replace my income, more than replace my income, and to do things that I love to do. The products that we market for Liberty League, there's 3 of them. First one's called Beyond Freedom. It's an absolutely life-changing 90-day home study course that's based on the principles from the book and the DVD, The Secret, which has been all over Oprah, Larry King Live. It's been on the New York Times bestseller list for 29 straight weeks. And it will change your life in ways that you wouldn't even think are possible right now. And in the other 2 products, there's a 3-day personal development conference and a 5-day personal development and business development conference. And what I really love about this business, other than, well, there's nothing I don't like about the business, to be honest with you, but I've cut my hours down from what I used to work in the corporate world, the 50, 60, 70-hour work weeks, to somewhere between 20, 25 hours a week, and with commissions of $1,000, $5,000, and $8,000, I simply don't have to attract very many people to my business to be able to make all of my income goals, i.e. I don't have to work as hard as I used to before. And with these life-changing products and what they've done for me, I get to work on my own personal development. I help coach and mentor others to do that. I'm their board of advisors to help them learn the business. And so I get to do the things that I love, the stuff I took away from the corporate world that I really like, and turn that into my own home-based business that gives me everything that I want, a lifestyle that I could have only dreamt of before. This company also has the best support systems I have ever experienced in my life. The simple 3-step marketing system that we use to market these products is absolutely rock solid, proven system. I follow it religiously, and it takes the workload off of me. All I have to do is chat with people on a short conversation, then bring them into a live business presentation call that Liberty League hosts. We have these calls in the UK, we have them in Australia, New Zealand, and in the US. We are a global company, associates in well over 50 different countries, and people listen to the business information, and then I simply follow back up. The system is perfect. It's the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. This is by far the best place I've ever been. I've never found a business yet that I've looked at a lot of them on the internet to where I could leverage a very small initial investment into very large lucrative commissions, which is, you know, nothing short of fantastic. But one of the things that, besides changing my life financially, what these products and what Liberty League has done has absolutely changed my life personally. I got to tell you, I was in a kind of a dark place. I didn't want to get up in the morning when I was in the corporate world. I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't like the products and the services I was working with. You know, it was just, I was burnt out. Didn't want to be there. I didn't know how to get out of the rut. So my getting laid off was an absolute blessing, because then I found this business, and I found the Beyond Freedom package, the program. And what it did for me, it helped me unlock why I kept doing the same things over and over again, going back into that corporate world. I mean, Benjamin Franklin's definition of insanity is to keep doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. It simply doesn't happen. But I needed something to get me out of that rut. I needed something to help me figure out how I can redesign my life and how I can start doing the things I want to be doing and attracting the things into my life that I want to be attracting, versus the opposite, of which is exactly what I was doing. And the Beyond Freedom course did that for me. It took me through an absolute journey of figuring out how to redesign my life. And I did it now. And as an example, too, one of the things when I started the Beyond Freedom course, I wanted an affirmation that I was changing. So I talked to my wife and I said, I want my 4 grown children within 8 weeks to recognize a difference in their dad, to really recognize that something's changed. And I didn't tell my kids this, I just talked to my wife. And I got to tell you, in the 9th week, I was talking to all my children on an individual basis. 2 of them live in Minnesota, one's in Kentucky, one's in Florida. And every one of them said, Dad, what have you been doing? You've never talked like this before. You sound like you're on medication. Are you okay? And they hadn't heard me happy. They hadn't heard me having a different kind of conversation the way I had done. Matter of fact, my youngest son, he is a very hard-headed young man. He can't tell him anything. He's very stuck in his ways, just goes his own way. He stopped me mid-conversation. He said, Dad, who the hell are you, and what did you do with my father? I've never heard you talk this way before. I mean, that to me was just an affirmation that this was what I needed personally, and then to be making the money that I am on a financial basis and not working the crazy hours I used to work and traveling the 150,000 miles in a year. Oh my God, what a relief. Another blessing is this: my wife's a type 1 diabetic. I almost lost her twice to the disease, once when I was in Europe and once when I was in Asia. I mean, huge medical emergencies, and I was nowhere to be found. I mean, you know, how do you get back from 6,000 miles away? So now I get to work at home with my wife, and we help take care of each other. And one of our goals is to basically give $1 million to the American Diabetes Foundation, and we're well on our way to being able to achieve that goal. Another thing that we learned as a family from the Beyond Freedom package and how you put your life together and redesign your life is my daughter, she is in Kentucky, and she wasn't attracting the best guys in her life. She's 30 years old, and she wanted help to find the right man. So she and I sat down, and I told her, Ann, you write out everything you want in your perfect man. Make the list. I don't need to see it, you know, how tall he is, how much he weighs, color of his hair, all that kind of good stuff, you know, personality, what he likes, what he doesn't like. Get all that written down. And then she and I wrote out together 4 affirmations that we each said each morning. One of them was, I'm in the process of attracting the man of my dreams. Another one, I'm in the process of changing myself to attract the man of my dreams. And we had 2 others, which are a little more personal. And she said them every day, and I said them every day. And now this was going on for about, 4 or 5 months. And she called me up and said, Dad, I got 19 out of 20. And I said, well, okay. She was taking college courses. So I said, all right, cool. So what class were you in? She said, no, I got 19 out of 20 on the things I want in my perfect man. We met 3 months ago. And that was 2 months after we started the process. And we hadn't talked. She had kind of shared with me that she met him because she almost thought it was too good to be true. I about jumped up on the kitchen counter when I was talking to her and did a dance. And so she actually attracted in the perfect man for her. They're now engaged, and it's just a fabulous, fabulous story about how this works. I did ask her, I said, what was the one thing you didn't get out of the list of 20? She said, well, the color of his eyes. I told her to buy him a pair of colored contacts, and then he'd be done. But they couldn't be happier. They just could not be happier for what they've attracted in this life. So this business has given me everything I want. And if you're interested to find out more about it, you can call me at 303-955-5719, or you can go to my website, which is executivefreedom.info. That's executivefreedom.info. And you'll see a whole bunch of testimonials. You can read more about my bio and see my beautiful wife on there with me in a picture. And then also, if you want to go straight to the Liberty League website, here's my version of it. It's libertyleague.com/Rob Swanson. That's libertyleague.com/Rob Swanson. I would love to talk to you more about the business and continue to tell you what it's done for me and what it's doing for me and what it's done for thousands of other people. This is by far the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. So when you get a chance, take a look at the website or give me a call, and I will be more than happy to fill you in on the business details and, again, what it's done for me and my family. All right? You take care. Bye-bye.